It is that time once again, my fellow Chibits. Spring of anime has arrived. It's hard to believe. It's already that time once again. I can't believe it, because it's literally April. Pretty much time you're going to see this video, it's probably going to be April 1st, which basically means that a quarter of this year is done. And also, it makes me realize that it's about to be my birthday. I'm about to be 24 in, like, 2 days. So, it just, like, time passes way too quickly. And, I mean, I guess, like I've always said, time flies while you're watching good anime. Now, before I begin, I better not see What Am I Gonna Watch for Summer of Anime 2019. I want to be triggered if I see that. I'm instantly triggered. Please don't. But okay, so let's get into this. I don't really know much about what to expect from this anime season. I want to be completely honest. There's only a few titles. I know there's going to be like a new Ace of Diamonds, which I'm seeing right here. And I know that there's going to be Attack on Titan and Kimetsu no Yaiba. Those are the only titles that really come to mind instantly that I know is coming out from this season. But besides that, I don't really know anything else. So it's going to be kind of fresh to me as well. I know the new season's going to be starting this week. I'm kind of a little bit late on this video, but like I said, better late than never. So let's begin. So we have Bakugan, Battle Planet. Obviously, never watched Bakugan, so instantly skip. Washimo, 7th season. Never seen it, so skip. Pop Team Epic TV Special. 1 hour TV special. You know, even though I might not review it, I'm probably going to watch that. That sounds awesome. I love Pop Team Epic. Diamond No Ace, Season 2. Okay, so let me explain this. So, I think many might have known I started Diamond No Ace. I did start it, actually. I finished Part 1. I did watch a portion of Part 2. I remember catching up to it, and then I was waiting for episodes to air, and then I just kind of, like, stopped, because I just never got back around to it, because I love binging it, and I just never got back around to it. So, it might be time for me to kind of catch back up. I really like Diamond No Ace. It's a great, great sports series. I love the anime. If you've never watched Diamond No Ace and you love sports, I recommend it completely. Even if I'm not going to review Season 2, I will say this. One of these days, I will watch it, and it's a great anime. If you, like I said, if you like Haikyuu or whatever, you love Yomushi Pedal, then you're going to love Diamond No Ace. Give it a shot. A lot of episodes. It's a great binge watch series. Cannot recommend it enough. Okay, Shonen Ashibe. 4th season. Never seen it, so automatic skip. Cinderella Girls. Climax season. 4th season. Nope, skip. A lot of skips so far. Okay. Oh, here we go. New stuff. Okay, Kono Yo no Hate. So, drama sci-fi by Studio Phil. Takuya Arima is a young student whose father, a historian who has conducted various researches, disappeared recently. During a summer vacation, Takuya receives a peculiar package from his missing father, along with a letter containing information about the existence of various parallel worlds, so it's a sekai. At first, Takuya doesn't take it seriously, but soon he realizes that he possesses a device that allows him to travel to alternate dimensions. Is his father alive after all? If so, where is he? It's based on a visual novel. 26 episodes. Oh, 26. You know what? I like a Sekai series. It's sci-fi, though. You know what? That actually stands out to me. It's a sci-fi show. Most of Sekais are fantasy. Like, you know, for instance, Konosuba, ReZero, Overlord. You know my point. That's interesting. It's a sci-fi Sekai? I'll give it a shot. Yes. One Punch Man. Ah, yes, I tried to repress this. This is why I forgot. One Punch Man Season 2, Episode 1. Oh, my God. It's happening. Okay, obviously, I will watch it. I'm a big fan of One Punch Man. I've been covering the trailers and stuff for a long time, but it's probably not going to be nowhere near as good. Even without, you know, I knew it was never going to be as good as Season 1 regardless, even if it wasn't JC Staff. There was no way it would ever reach up to the quality, the pinnacle that was Season 1, but anyways, I'll watch it, though. It might be good. Who knows? Maybe. It could be really good. But yeah, I'll be watching it, don't worry. I'll be reviewing it as well. Neko no Naigo. Let's see. One day, TMS Entertainment. Vincent is a cat painter who lives in a mansion in Paris, surrounded by his quirky friends. Sounds like something I don't really care too much. Probably gonna skip. Neko, 4th season. Haven't seen the others. Skip. Those birds are loud. You hear that? Anyways, Tate no Yusha. Shield Hero obviously contending as a leftover show. Obviously gonna keep watching it, so don't worry about that. Akatsu Friends. Kagayaki no Jewel. It looks like an idol. Let's see. Yeah, it's an idol series. Music school. Not really interested in that. Yatogami. Ooh, this looks kind of cutesy. Okay, so Yatogami-chan Kansatsu Nikki. It's creators in Pack and Saita. It's a 4-comma manga. 5-minute episode. Oh, it's short form. What's it about? Kaido Jin is a second year of high school student who moved to Aichi from Tokyo. He meets Monaca, who has a heavy Nagoya dialect. And he learns about Nagoya through joining the photography club. Huh. So far, there's not much from the season. I'm already kind of disappointed. I'm getting a little bit worried, a little bit disappointed from this season. Hangyaku say million R for second season. What is this? JC Staff? Ah. Well, JC Staff always makes a lot of stuff, which is why One Punch Man is very concerning, because they're behind in production, from what I can see. But, I've never seen the first season, so I can't say I'm going to watch that. Karakuri Circus. It's leftover. Didn't ever really start that, even though it's been recommended a lot to me. A lot of people recommended Katakuri Circus for some reason. I've heard some good things about it, though. Let's see. Bakumatsu Crisis. Studio Dean. Okay. Studio Dean can make some good stuff. Based on a game, action-adventure sci-fi. The Bakumatsu was an era in which the souls of young men burn with anxiety for the country's future. Takasugi, a soldier of fortune from Choshu, sneaks aboard a government ship with his comrade Katsura in search of a mysterious timepiece with the power to manipulate time that he fears the government wishes to keep for themselves. Rather than allow such power to fall into the wrong hands, Takasugi plans to destroy the artifact, but having attained it, the artifact is quickly stolen, forcing the pair to follow the mysterious thief to the seat of government in Kyoto. However, when they arrive in the capital, they discover that the government has been overthrown and the deity Susanoo now reigns in its place. The streets of the city and the people in them are much different than Takasugi and Katsura remember. The times may have changed, but their mission hasn't. Oh, so they're forced forward into time. Oh, they're in the past, but then they go forward. Huh. Another time-traveling series, like Dimensional series. That's 2. I'll give it a shot, though. I'll give it a shot. That sounds interesting. You know, I'm liking this. I'm liking some sci-fi. It's definitely a mix-up from the standard, fantasy stuff we always get. So, you know what? I'm all for some sci-fi. Yokai Watch, Ahara, short form, not in the yokai. Ooh, okay, short form. This is very cute. Season 2. A lot of short form. Holy crap. Mayonaka, no, I can't say that. No, it's short form as well. I like the cover, though. Looks very cutesy. But, no, it's 4 minutes long. There's a lot of short forms this anime season. I'm on spring 2019. JoJo obviously carrying over. Gonna keep watching and reviewing it, don't worry. Fruits Basket? Huh. Fruits Basket's first season. So, I got something to admit to all of you guys. I've never watched Fruits Basket. I know. I've never watched Fruits Basket. I've never seen the original anime. I've never even read the manga. I had a chance one time of getting the full manga collection, like the classical Tokyo Pop manga collection of Fruits Basket, but never got to get it. But I've never got to watch or read the series. So honestly, I'm kind of interested. I'm very interested in starting Fruits Basket because I've heard so many good things from fans of the series. I know it's a really good shoujo romance story, and everybody knows I love my romance, I love my fantasy, I love my drama, my comedy, slice of life stuff, and so it seems like something I would like. I've never gotten around to it. So, you know what? I'm going to watch it. I'm definitely going to watch Fruits Basket first season, and I'll probably definitely do a first impressions on it. I definitely want to do a first impressions. I want to see why this series is constantly talked about, why it's so popular. I want to understand the reasoning. So yes, I will give it a watch. I have heard that it's properly going to be adapting the manga this time, so that's good news from what I know. So, next onward, let's see, we got Senru Shoujo. Okay, so, Senru Shoujo is another short, there's so many short forms. Like, please, can I have some long, another short, So many short forms. Okay, anyways, comedy, school, shonen, slice of life. At first glance, Yukishiro seems like a normal high school girl, but she is notably eccentric. Instead of speaking, she communicates only through written senryu poetry. This means she expresses herself only in 575 syllables. To most, this might seem like an inconvenience, but for Nanako and her ex-delinquent bestie, Eiji, it adds to the experience of their high school lives. Okay. I mean, I might have watched it if it wasn't short form. Another short form series. What's this? Midari na? Let's see. When Al was in kindergarten, she smiled ear to ear as she told her classmates how her father, a best-selling erotic author, chose her name. A as an apple and O as an oracle. No! No! Oh, no! The day still haunts her 10 years later as she studies with a single goal in mind. Get into an elite university and achieve independence from her father once and for all. She has no youth to misspend and no time to think about boys until her classmate, King Normie Kijima, approaches her with a shocking confession of love. She tries to lose Kijima, but he can't take a hint. And as her mind runs wild with impure thoughts, she realizes her father has totally influenced her. That seems cute. That seems cute. That seems really cute. That seems like something I'm going to watch. Not going to review, but that seems like something I'll enjoy. Yeah, I'll watch that. What do we have here? Hitori Bochi. 4-comma manga. Okay. Slice life shonen school comedy. So it's a moe blob comedy series. Okay. Hitori suffers from extreme social anxiety. Okay. That's a very loaded first sentence of a description. We'll see where this goes. She's not good at talking to people. Takes pretty extreme actions, is surprisingly adept at avoiding. Takes pretty extreme actions, is surprisingly adept at avoiding people. Her legs cramp when she overexerts herself. Gets full of herself and alone. Will vomit when exposed to extreme tension. Often comes up with plans. Now she's entered middle school and only her friend Yawada is attending a different school. This leaves Bochi alone, surrounded by new classmates with whom she must make friends before Kai will talk to her again. Huh. I'm getting some Watamote vibes from that. I'm getting some very Watamote. I don't think it'll probably go down that path of sad. It seems like this is a series that'll be more cheerful than anything else. But you know what? Looks can be deceiving. I have seen a lot of Moe Blob series turn out to be very dark. So, you know what? I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot just because the description is something that piques my interest. Kenema no Ganshiro. It's by Wit Studios, though. Whoa. It's anime original, but that seems more for kids than anything else. I'm gonna skip. Oh, yeah, it is for kids. I'm gonna skip that. Mix. Ooh, this looks interesting. So what is this? Mix. Drama, romance, school, shonen, sport. Okay, so it's a sports series. It looks... Oh, it's baseball. So we have Diamond Ace and this. Oof, that's not good for this series. It better be really good to kind of live up to the expectations of Diamond Ace, because that's just how good of a series it is. Okay, Mix takes place 26 years from the story Touch, from the legend left by the hero. Wait, Touch? Is that a recent series or it's probably something really big. I'm not thinking of it. If anyone can remind me in the comments, please do so. But I recognize that, actually. I know it's going to be so obvious, and people are going to correct me in the comments and make me look like a fool. I already know. Oh, well, I'll just go with it. From the legend left by the hero Touch, Tatsuya... I recognize that. Okay, Meisei Academy High School was well known for their strong baseball team. 26 years in their glory, and the team has not been able to keep their record and lost their fame. Mix is about two stepbrothers, Soichiro and Toma. The two aim to revive one of the strong Meisei Academy's baseball teams and enter the National High School Baseball Champion. Soichiro and Toma were second years at Meisei Academy Middle School. Both boys are talented baseball players. Soichiro has shown excellent skill as a catcher and batter, though having an extraordinary skill as a pitcher. Toma no longer pitches due to a certain reason. So it's baseball. You know what? Since it's a new series and I don't need to catch up on, I might do a first impressions on that just because I'm not caught up on Diamond No Ace. I might just do a first impressions on it. And I have a feeling that the name Touch is... I feel like that's important. I don't know. I have a sinking suspicion about that. Chokaido Girl. Amazing Stranger. Short form. All these short forms are killing me, I swear. But, Let's see, 15 minutes, Studio A Cat, comedy romance. The story begins with the young male otaku Haruto's female character figure Nona suddenly comes to life and begins moving on her own. The romantic comedy centers on the daily lives of Haruto and Nona. I've seen a series like this before. What was that? It was like... It's something angels. Not burst angels. What was it? There was a series that's very similar to this description. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I recognize the description. I know it started with a B, though. I reviewed it a very long time ago. But I'm probably going to skip because it's short form. And there's 2 more short form. Why is there so many short forms this season? Why is there so many short forms this season? Why is there so many... Joshi Kase. Okay, comedy school slice of life. Short form. By Studio 7, airs with Futaba anime time slot. Okay, who needs dialogue when you're this cute? This beautiful but unlucky. Momoko, the cool, collected Shibumi, and the refreshingly innocent Mayumi star in a silent manga. No speeches, no dialogue, just pictures, sound effects, and 3 high school girls living their... Wait, it's silent? It's silent? Huh. I'm not no review or first impressions being promised, but I might check that out just because it's silent. That sounds interesting. Because the thing about silent shows, if done correctly, they could be very amazing. Like one of the best things ever. But it's hard to do. It's not something you could just easily do. So I feel like this show has a lot of potential to flop. We'll see. Nobunaga Sensei, another short form... by the same studio too, Studio 7. The romantic comedy manga story centers around Nobunaga, a middle school teacher who constantly dreams of a beautiful girl who loves him appearing in front of him. One day, the 14-year-old Kicho, the wife of the real-life Warring States period warlord Oda Nobunaga, appears in front of him, having apparently traveled through time. She mistakes the present-day Nobunaga for the historical Oda Nobunaga and tries to get him to get her pregnant. What? You know what? I'm gonna, for scientific purposes, I wanna watch that. Okay, you didn't see nothing. Okay, here we go. Kimetsu no Yaiba. So obviously, I'm going to review Kimetsu no Yaiba. I bought the manga. I read the first volume. I liked the first volume. I really liked the first volume, and I want to pick up more of it. I liked what I read. It's pretty cool. It's got a really good start to it. At least from the manga, what I read, it had a really strong start. I like the presentation of the main male character and the sister character. I like just the themes of it. It's a really good story. And it's being made by Studio Fotable. FYI, if you don't know who Studio Fotable is, they're the people responsible for Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, Fate Heaven Fill. You know, they're responsible for some pretty big shows, like Fate-wise, you know, in terms of quality animation and art. So... it's been on my radar for a while. Kimetsu no Yaiba being made by Studio Fotable is kind of different, honestly, because it's not something a Fotable really does. A Fotable doesn't really adapt manga to anime. They usually adapt game to anime, because regardless of whatever you say, Fate is a game, and the Tell series that it also adapted was also a game. So, seeing Kimetsu no Yaiba is really out of what they normally do, and so I'm very curious to see how this goes down. I'm very curious about this, so I'm going to definitely watch it. I definitely will review it and give a first impressions. Do not worry, it will happen. Boku Tachiwa. Boku Tachiwa Benkyo ga Dekinai. Comedy harem romance school shonen by Studio Silver and Arvo Animation. Manga adaptation. Yuga tutors 3 geniuses of different subjects in high school to get a scholarship. Furuhashi is a genius on literature but horrible in math. Ogata is a genius on mathematics and science, but literature and arts are terrible. Subjects for her and Takemoto. Uraka is a genius in the athletics field. Let's go to college and work on these subjects. Just seems like a typical... it seems like a very typical series. Seems like it's going to be a... oh, it is a harem. I didn't even notice the tag. I don't know. I'll see. I'm on the fence about that one. Kono Oto Tomare. This looks cool. I like that. Action drama school shonen. platinum vision since the graduation of the senior members of the club. Takizo ends up being the sole member of the koto, traditional Japanese string instrument. Huh. Now that the new school year has begun, Takizo will have to seek out new members into the club, or the club will become terminated. Out of nowhere, a new club member barges in a near abandoned club room demanding to join the club. How will Takizo be able to keep his club alive and deal with this rascal of a new member? Because it's something different, it's a musical instrument I haven't seen before done in anime form, like traditional Japanese string instrument, I'll give it a watch, because I do like musical shows. It depends on how they're done. So, I did like Hibike, by the way, so I am going to see how this is. Fairy Tail Final Series, Leftover. Just skip. Just did not see that. Duel Masters, skip. Star Twinkle Precure, skip. Gunjo no Magmel. This looks really cool. I like the cover of it. It's Studio Clown. But you know what? Studio Clown's just a name. There's different people a part of it. So, you know what? Let me just read. Let me read. Okay. Studio Clown. One day in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, a miracle occurred. A new continent appeared out of nowhere. Okay, that seems kind of interesting. The new continent was the home for new mysterious plants, creatures, and minerals. Humanity is excited as the age of exploration has returned. I like it. Short, quick to the point with the synopsis. I want to watch that. Yeah. You know what? I'll watch it. It reminds me of its description. It reminds me of Made in Abyss. I wanna check that out. Yeah, I'll check it out. Shometsu Toshi. Studio Madhouse. Oh, okay. Action, adventure, drama, fantasy, mystery. Studio Madhouse, based on a game, 12 episodes. One day a city suddenly disappears. Takuya, professional by the contract, and Lone Wolf meets Yuki, the only survivor from the city's extinction. The two rely on a message from Yuki's father, who was heard to be missing, and head towards the disappeared city, Lost. However, unexpected obstacles strike before the pair, with the reality especially shocking for Yuki. Before them are the feelings of those left behind, a mysterious group manipulating the shadows and unveiling hidden conspiracies. It's a mystery series, so it might be fun. So you know what? I'll also check it out. No promises, but I'll check it out. Arya-san, this seems very... Oh, yep, that's very... science purposes, and that's all I'm gonna say. Okay, Fairy Gone. Action, demons, fantasy, magic... Ooh, I like the cover of that. It's anime original by PA Works. Ooh, this seems really nice. Just the title, the original part about it, and PA Works... in the picture, ooh, that looks like promising. The anime is set in a world where fairies possess and reside within animals, granting them special powers by surgically removing and transplanting the organs of a possessed animal into a human. Humans can partially summon the fairy and use it as a weapon. Eventually, such individuals were used for war and were called the fairy soldiers. After a long war, these soldiers lost their purpose and had to reintegrate into society, from the government to the mafia, and even becoming... wow. The story begins 9 years after the end of the war and centers on the protagonist, Mardia. Mardia is a fresh recruit of Dorfia, an organization dedicated to the investigation and suppression of fairy-related crimes and incidents. Even in pre-peacetime, the government is still unstable after the war. Many criminals still have lingering wounds from the previous conflict, and there are terrorist groups bent on revenge. This is the story of fairy soldiers seeking their own justice in a chaotic post-war world. I like it. That sounds good. I'll give it a shot. That sounds good. I like that description. Mayonaka no Occult Communing. Let's see. Linden Films, Fantasy, Mystery, Shoujo, Supernatural. Miyako Arata is newly assigned to the Shinjuku Ward Office, Nighttime Regional Relations Department. Each of Tokyo's 23 wards has one department established to mitigate paranormal and occult-related events. Arata's special skill is the understanding of non-human speech, and the story begins with him encountering a yokai at Shinjuku Kyoen Park, who refers to him as the legendary high-end era exorcist Abe no Seimei. Huh. It's a shoujo. It's a shoujo? Shoujo mystery. I'm on the fence about that. I don't know if I should watch it. I'm on the fence. We'll see. Nande Koko ne Sensei ga. Short form, ecchi school, seinen, science purposes, obviously. Okay. Hachi Gatsu no Cinderella 9. Sports series. Another baseball. Come on. This is the third baseball series in this season. You have Diamond no Ace you're going up against. This is the worst timing ever you could have for a sports baseball series of all things. What are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, look, I know they're not in charge. It's the production committee. I'm just like why? Probably not. It looks like, nah, it's based on a game. It doesn't seem like something I'm putting now. I'm probably going to skip. Jimoto ga Japan. That looks really interesting art style-wise. This is a very interesting art style. Comedy, shonen, slice of life. Odd job. There's a new tough guy transfer student in Tokyo. His name is Tokyo, and he's raring to see how scrappy the locals are. But when he comes face to face with a Japan-obsessed red-haired kid that will leave him alone until he tells him exactly what prefecture he's from, his life takes a turn for the crazy. This kid isn't just Japanese-obsessed. He's developed a martial arts based on all different prefectures in the country. Probably gonna skip. Namu Amada Butsu? Asahi Productions, fantasy historical, based on a game. Oh, Dororo still carry, that's good to see. But anyways, the pain that everyone cannot. A lot of teams around shot out of the 13 boot. Probably gonna skip that, unless I'm told otherwise. That's a really good series. Robi Hachi. Ooh, this has a really interesting cover. Okay, so what is this? Sci-Fi Space. Okay, by Studio Comet. Anime original. Like the sound of that. Neo Tokyo, the year GC, Galaxy Century 0051, which marks a half-century since the first contact was made. Humans have attained super light speed navigation technology and formed a commonwealth of planets with aliens. Streak of bad luck is continuing for self-proclaimed freelance reportage writer Robbie Yarg, who is around 30 years old. He fails at work, so his contract is cut. His girlfriend leaves him. He nearly dies in traffic. Okay. And debt collectors come after him. One day, a bag snatcher steals Robbie's bag, and a young man helps him. Hachi Kita, an 18-year-old part-time worker, catches the criminal, returns Robbie's bag. Robbie offers him his gratitude and a meal in return. The pair discover they are complete opposites and soon part ways. However, Hachi turns up again in Robbie's life as a debt collector. Hachi explains that his part-time job working for the loan shark Yan. A cat-and-mouse chase begins, and Yan's finance president, Yan takes his subordinate Aro and got her along for the ride. Robbie managed to elude Hitachi and escapes to space while shaking off Yan's group. Robbie thinks escaping to Eskandar, a distant legendary planet in the Milky Way that is said to bring happiness to those who go there. Though Robbie thought he had escaped to space alone, he discovers Hachi inside his ship. The two decide to travel across the galaxy together in search of Iskandar. What a synopsis. What the hell? That's a big synopsis. You know what? It seems interesting. Seems wacky. It had a whole lot to say, but it didn't really say a lot. So you know what? I'll check it out. King of Prism, Shiny 7 Stars. The screen for your average going to 4 films prior to broadcasting. And just gonna skip. Maho, skip. The only short form I probably care about from this season. So you know what? Obviously, come on, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about the Chibi version of the Isekai crossover, the most ambitious crossover of all of anime. I'm definitely gonna talk about it. Do not worry. Strike Witches 501. Never watched Strike Witches. Gonna skip. Sewa Yaki. Doga, comedy, romance, supernatural. Moe Blob, surrounded by females, so it's got the harem elements. Working for an exploitable company is suddenly intruded upon by a fox, Cinco. Whether it be cooking, cleaning, or special services, she'll heal its exhaustion with her tender care. This seems like a really good feels good series. That's what that seems like. Sewa Yaka, or Yaki, or whatever. That seems like a feels good series. Might be good to wrap up the day, depending on what airs that day. So I might check it out, might not. We'll see. Kinja no Mago, Silverlink. A young man who has surely died in an accident. Okay, we're getting into a Isekai. A young man who has surely died in an accident was reborn in... Yep. Was reborn in another world as a baby. After that, he is picked up by the patriot hero sage Merlin Wolford and was given the name Shin. He was raised as a grandson by Merlin and soaked up Merlin's teachings, earning him some shocking power. However, when he became 15, his grandfather Merlin said, "I forgot to teach him common sense." An abnormal boy's unconventional otherworld fantasy life starts here. So the common sense is in the common sense he lacks for females. I'm assuming. I'm assuming that's what it is. Because I can see the females in the background. That's usually what these series are. We'll see. We'll see. But, I like Isekai, guys. It might be good, might not. Who knows? Carol, and Tuesday. I've heard a lot about this. It's by Studio Bone. Ooh. If I'm correct, apparently this is being made on Netflix. I believe Netflix is going to be releasing Carol and Tuesday. If that is the case, I'm definitely going to watch it. I've heard good things. I don't know if it is airing on Netflix, does that mean that it's coming all out at once in 9 days from now? Or is it only going to come out in Japan in 9 days? That's what I'm curious about. That's the real big deciding factor, because Netflix has some very wonky release schedules. But I have heard some good things about Carol and Tuesday, so it is definitely on my radar. I actually don't want to read the description, because I'm kind of, like, completely blind to it, and I do want to see it, because I have had it on my radar after it was mentioned to me. B-Rapper Street, Skip, Sarda Zanmai, the stage is Asuka, Mappa, Supernatural, Couple-like Creature, the Transfer to Kappa, you need to connect in that way, you must bring me take the, of zombies, Skip, Bungo Stray Dogs third season, man, that's getting a third season, holy crap, I still never even finished season 1, let alone season 2. It's getting a third season. Man, it must be really popular. Shingeki no Kyojin Season 3 Part 2. Obviously going to watch. Been reviewing, the series since the very beginning, anime. So, obviously, I will be reviewing the next part of Season 3. Kido Shinshi Gundam, The Origin. Wait, is this Gundam The Origin remade? Is this a remake of the original Gundam? By Studio Sunrise. If this legit is a remake of the original Gundam series, which is an updated animation or whatever, I'll give it a watch. I will, because I do like some Gundam. It's been a while. I liked, Iron Blood Orphan, and I'd like to see how the origin is. I might check it out. I'll probably check it out. If it is a remake, I'll check it out. Card Fight Vanguard, Skip, Zoku. Man, there's another one of these too. I have so much to catch up on when it comes to the Monogatari series. I'm so far behind. It's a good series. Recommend it, but at least what I've, watched. But I need to really catch up on that. It's such a good show. Nintama, Skip, Persona 5, the animation, Skip, and Skip. Okay, so what the hell is going on here? Is that Squirrel's tail cut off? You know what? I didn't see that. Okay, so this season seems very wonky. It doesn't really have that many crazy shows, to be honest. There's really not anything too crazy I'm noticing from this season. Like, looking down, the only major standouts, obviously, Diamond No Ace. The Konoyo could potentially be good. Don't know. One Punch Man's probably going to be a colossal failure, but it's going to be interesting to talk about each week. But in terms of, real heavy hitters, I don't really see anything that's, too crazy. I mean, even, these interesting shows like Bakumatsu, just, some of these things they sound cool, but they don't seem like that crazy. I guess the only really good standout thing would be Fruits Basket, but I think many people expected that. I mean, I guess this Hitori Bochi has a lot of potential. I mean, depending if it's just a mode blob or if it gets dark. But this season really doesn't have anything too crazy besides the obvious stuff, like Himetsu and all that. So, it's kind of sad, really. It's not like any mysteries that just really stand out. I mean, I guess this Gunjo does stand out, too, but I don't know. And Fairy Gone. Oh, well, now that I mentioned, there is quite a few things, actually. There is a few. Well, I don't know. And we'll see where it goes this season. There is some interesting stuff. I just don't think it's that crazy for a spring season. Usually spring is a really crazy season, but it doesn't really seem to be the case this year. But looks can be deceiving. We'll see. So I think that's about it. I want to wrap this video up here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What will you be watching for this next season of anime, for Spring of Anime 2019? Be honest in the comments below how you feel about this season, and how many shows are you going to be watching. I love you guys. You have a wonderful day or not wherever you live. Please be safe, stay healthy. Chibi out.